Hey there Titans, in this video we'll talk about native modals. We'll keep this video very short and we'll stick to the essentials only. So how do we add a modal? So we'll go to the elements and we can drag and drop the modal, or we can head over to manage menus on pages and we can head over to modal. We can add one directly from here. One thing to know about modals is that whenever we want to show or hide them, we could access them always from the layer list. So if I'll choose to show, I can see it now. If I'm done working on the modal, I can hide it. It'll still stay there, but if we want to show it to the user, so right now if I hit preview, I will not see the modal until I tell Titan to show it. Okay, so let's do something quick over here and we'll go over some basics. So modals are great when you want to show extra information popping up in the modal. Hypothetically, let's say you have a table, you want to add a record to Salesforce and refresh the table. That's a great use case. Native modals are great if you don't have to heavily customize the modal. It's a great solution. All right, so let's take a quick look at the modal. So we could decide the position, where do we want to place it. We'll stick with center. We can decide the layout, how many columns we want. We'll stick with one for this instance. And with the interactivity, we always want to hide onload usually, since we don't want the modal to pop up immediately unless we call it. We can configure onClose action, which will run whenever we close the modal. We can configure onOpen action to run whenever we open the modal. We can also control what displays in the header, and we can call it however we like. And on the interactivity, we can decide if we want to show the title or not. We can obviously control every aspect of the styling within the modal. The column, the field, title, anything we want to style, we can style directly from here. All right, so within the modal, you can almost put any element you like. So let's just drop in here a couple of elements real quick. And now, how do we show this to the user? And typically we'll have a button here and you want to run like a push or anything to Salesforce or update, anything you like. So in order for us to show it, all we have to do is, let's say you have a button, or it could run from a condition, anywhere, any action flow will do. And I'll head over to the interactivity of the button. And what I will say is, draw a modal, and I'll say modal, I will enable it, select my modal, and I'll say show. And once I refresh, I'll click my button. Here is my modal shown. One thing to know about modals, about native modals, are that they can see anything on the page. So they're as a global page on its own. So whenever we close it, let's say if I'll close the modal and I'll reopen it, the values will stay the same. And this is not always so great because you want to run a push to Salesforce, then you would like to refresh the state of the modal. So what we can do it from any places. So let's say if I had a button over here and this button would go and push data to Salesforce, I could say here, draw a modal, again select my modal, and I'll say reset state. And what this will do, whenever we open it and we fill some data, and let's say we run a push first to Salesforce, and then we'll reset our state, obviously, what will happen is it will reset the state. Another thing you most likely do is close the modal on button click. So we do the same. So draw modal, enable, select my modal, and we could do hide. And then obviously we can also reset the state. and there it is. Keep in mind that you can run all these actions whenever you close the modal. So you have the interactivity, on close action and on open action. You can run anything you like from there as well. And this is how it's done.